Om Sadashivasamārambhām Shankarācārya-madhyamām Asmadācārya-paryantām Vande Guru Paramparām. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Vīryam Karavāvahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sukham Nityam Svaprakasham Vyapakam Nama Rupayoho Adhishthanam Buddhya Bodhyam Buddher Dhrugyattu Nirmalam Aparam Sarva Vedanta Vedyam Pratyak Param Maha Tadevaham Namattonya Didime Nishchitamati. So we are seeing the topic of the order of creation. Shishya has asked this question that if there is utpatti of this world from Ajnanam, then what is the order of creation? For that, answer is being given. Our main answer is that there is really no order. It is like Swapta Prapancha, it is appearing simultaneously. Mithya Padartha need not have any order of occurrence. It can appear simultaneously. Like in the dream, you see the father and son together. It is not that the father is born first, son is born later. There is no such order. Similarly, this Prapancha really does not have order because it is Mithya. And Shruti is having the discrepancy, some variation in the description of the order of creation, that itself shows that there is no Tatparyam. And then, now in the 254th sloka, 254th avarta, one possible question is answered. And that question is, if there is no Tatparyam in the mention of the order of creation because this creation itself is Mithya, then why this order has been well ascertained in Brahma Sutra? In Brahma Sutra, second chapter, called Avirodhadhyaya, in the Tritiya Pada, this discussion is there. That how come in Shruti we are finding this variation? That some in Chandogya it is said there are 3 bhutas, in the Taittiriya it is 5 bhutas. So why such discrepancy is there? Because if you find the discrepancy in the statement, your Shraddha in the person will go away. Somebody said I came 10 o'clock, then he said 11 o'clock, then he said 10:30. So we will not have Shraddha in the person. And Shraddha is such a thing that it can be broken very easily. It can be snapped. The thread of Shraddha can be snapped very easily and very difficult to regain Shraddha. Even if it is regained, they say when the thread is snapped, then even if you join, still knot will be there. And therefore, this Shraddha has to be maintained. So this Purvapakshi is saying that why Shruti is having the variation. And variation will create this lack of Shraddha, or variation will shake the Shraddha of the reader. For that particular question, the answer is given by Vedavyasa Acharya. Bhagavan Vedavyasa has written Brahma Sutra to resolve such issues.
No, some mobile is a message. Mobile is a message. Somebody's mobile.
In this mobile?
No, it's a flight mode.
Okay. Maybe here it is some. Okay, all right. So here, that particular question is answered because Bhagavan Vedavyasa has written Brahma Sutra for this purpose only. Main purpose is this, that to show that all the Shrutis have got consistent message. And therefore, here also, when the question was raised regarding the variation in the description of creation, Bhagavan Vedavyasa gives the answer. And what is the answer he gives? He said, even though variation is found to be there, but still we can follow one standard model. And in Brahma Sutra, the Taittiriya Upanishad model is considered to be a standard model. Like, answer keys are there, no? So this is a standard answer. So based on that, other things are to be adjusted. So in Chandogya Upanishad, the order is given that first Agni is created, then Prithvi is, Apaha is created, then Prithvi is created. So here Vedavyasacharya by his sutra he is writing that we should understand the description in any Upanishad in keeping with the standard model given in Taittiriya. And what is the Taittiriya model? From this Ishvara, this Akasha is born, from Akasha Vayu is born, from Vayu Apaha is born, from Apaha Prithvi is born. Sorry, from Akasha Vayu, Vayu Agni, Agni Apaha, Apaha Prithvi. Yes. So this order is there. So this order is a standard order. So wherever anything else is said, we have to supply something. What we have to supply? In Chandogya it is said that first Agni is born. Tat Tejo Asrujata. So there that Vakya should be understood as Akasham Vayum cha srishtva tat Teja Asrujata. Having created Akasha and Vayu, he created fire. And thus you have to what is called match with the description in Chandogya. It is something like if you are talking about recipe. So recipe you can start that you just put this wheat atta for making roti. The wheat atta you mix with water and all oil etc. Oil means in North India, South India oil not required. So water you mix. But somebody may start the description from saying the wheat. You bring the wheat and you make a flour from that. That also can be given. So here standard model is one and all other descriptions should match with this. In this manner, this Bhagavan Vedavyasa has given the answer. Why he has given this answer? That is explained by the Granthakara here. यद्यपि सूत्र भाष्य कृतौ द्वितीयाध्याये जगदुत्पत्ति प्रतिपादक श्रुति वाक्यानां परस्पर विरोधं परिहरन्तौ तैत्तिरीयोक्त सृष्टिक्रमः एव सर्वोपनिषदामर्थ इति वर्णितवन्तौ. सूत्र भाष्य कृतौ वर्णितवन्तौ. And sutra means Brahma Sutra. So Tippanikara made it clear that sutra shabda refers to Vyasa Krita Brahma Sutra. Why this explanation is required? Because there are so many sutras. Panini Sutra is there, then Sankhya Sutra is there, this Yoga Sutras are there, Nyaya Sutras are there, Vaisheshika Sutras are there, Mimamsa Sutras. Therefore, he said here Sutra means Brahma Sutra made by Vyasa. And Bhashya also has got so much meaning. Vyakarana Patanjali Bhashya also is called Bhashya. But here Bhashya Shabdena Shri Shankara Bhagavad Pada Bhashyam cha Grahyam should be understood. So Shankaracharya Vedavyasa and Shankaracharya ji Virodham Pariharantau. They dismissed, they removed the contradiction, Parasparam Virodham, mutual contradiction of Shruti Vakyas which are talking about the creation. And what did they give the final decision? What is the final decision given by them? Taittiriya Srishti Kramaha. The order given in Taittiriya alone is Sarvopanishadam. Here Sarvopanishadam means Sarva Srishti Pratipadaka Upanishadam. Vakyanam. Of all the Vakyas talking about the creation, they have got the Tatparyam in the Taittiriya Ukta Srishti Kramaha. Iti Varnita Vanto. How do you explain that type of explanation given by Bhagavan Vedavyasa and the Shankaracharya ji? When you are saying that Srishti, in the Krama of the Srishti, there is no Tatparyam. If that is your Siddhanta, then if there is no Tatparyam, then why Shankaracharya ji and Vedavyasa took so much trouble to ascertain that this is the order? When order is not there, Then why do you discuss the order and ascertain the order and give final verdict? Why all this is done? It is something like Rajju Sarpa is really not there. Then why do you describe the order that Rajju Sarpa first there was a small Rajju Sarpa and then it became bigger and bigger. You don't talk about that. Why is it done? For that he says that tat tat means that type of description mandadikara samadhanartham itik deyam. That is for the purpose of the resolution of the doubt on the part of the people who are mandadikari, means who have got slow learning, who has got this little manda buddhi, slow learner. Some people don't understand in one go. They have to be told 2 3 times. So mandadikari. So for mandadikari, certain things are to be told provisionally, even though there is no tatparyam in it. There is no tatparyam commitment. But mandadikari will not understand the final vision. Therefore, provisionally it is told. That is the approach of Shastra. That Shastra wants to come to the level of the listener. Even though Shastra has got the highest vision to give, the vision of Advaita, vision of Ajatavada, but that cannot be taken by everybody in the beginning. Therefore, what? Diluted dosage is given. If you take the highest dosage, then Shastra is ready to give. But most of the people are not ready. Therefore, Adhyaropa and Apavada, that is talked about. So, Adhyaropa Pradhana Nirupanam is there for the Manda Madhyam Adhikari. Apavada Pradhana Nirupanam is there for Uttamadhikari. So, here Manda Adhikari Samadhanartham itik deyam. In this manner, it should be understood. And what is the thinking of Vedavyasa and Bhashyakara in presenting the order of the creation in Shrutis? Why they should do it, even though it is not required? It is not the Paramatatparyam. For that, the thinking of Sutra Bhashyakrita is given. This is within the quote. Purvam Varnitam Utpatti Vakyanam Vastubhutam Vastubhutam Abhiprayam Avagantum Asamarthaha Manda Jigdasavaha Paraspara Viruddhani Vakyani Drishtva Bhrantaha Ma Bhuvan iti we have to supply Chintayitva. Having thought in this manner. So Bhagavan Vedavyasa and Bhashyakara is thinking in this manner. That Purva Varnitam Utpatti Vakyanam Vastubhutam Abhiprayam Avagantum Asamarthaha. The people who are incapable of understanding the final intention of the Vastubhutam is the real intention. Final or real intention of the Utpatti Vakyanam. Utpatti Vakya have the final intention in presenting the Advitiyatvam of Brahman by negating the world. But that Purvamanitam Abhiprayam Avagantum Asamartha, most of the people will not be able to understand. Therefore, Manda Jignasavaha, this Manda Jignasu, the slow learner, Paraspara Viruddhani Vakyani Drishtva, on seeing these mutually contradictory sentences, Bhrantaha Ma Bhuvan, let them not be confused. Let them not think that Shruti is full of contradiction. And since Shruti is full of contradiction, therefore Shruti is apramanam. Iti. And that type of thinking let them not have. Ma bhuvan, let them not become deluded in this manner that Shruti is talking in a contradictory manner. And therefore they dismiss Shruti, they lose Shraddha in Shruti. Let it not happen. That is why it is the duty of the leaders to have that type of expression, behavior, which will create less conflicts in the minds of the people. Even though sometimes you are right, but if you don't look right, then it can create problem. Generally, they give the example. If in a wine bottle you are taking milk, then what will happen? People will think you are taking wine only. Bottle is wine, no? So, sometimes even though you are right, you have something very subtle to convey. But if people are not ready for it, then they will not understand. In fact, they are confused and they will think that this person is talking contradictory things. Drop it. And once they drop it, then what will happen? They will never come back. Or they will come back after a very long time. And therefore, to maintain the Shraddha, the Shruti, maintain the Shraddha in Shruti, Sutrakara and Bhashyakara is saying what? Sarvopanishadam Akashadi Kramena eva Jagadutpau Tatparyam. So these Shrutis, all Upanishad Vakyas talking about the creation, have got the Tatparya in the Jagadutpatti, the creation of the world with the order of Akashadi. Some Vyavastha is given. So some people say, Swamiji, you are telling me sometime you come from this, then we have to tell them that this is the main route. Okay, so you come from this. So that even though there are other routes available, and sometimes it may be shortcut also, but one has to use little, thinking, and that is confusing. Therefore, he said, there is only one path. Okay, this is the path for you. So others are there. Why are you not mentioning? Because you are not ready for it. So sometimes, for the ease of understanding, there is a compromised stand. So Shruti is taking this compromised stand initially, accepting the creation to be real, the order of creation is presented. So Bhashyakara and Sutrakara has got this intention to create and maintain the Shraddha of the readers. And therefore, Pradarshaya Masatuhu. So Jagadutpattau Kramaha Taittiriyopanishad Kramena Akashadi Kramena eva Jagadutpattau Tatparyamiti Pradarshaya Masatuhu. It is Anulit Lakara. Anuprayoga Lit Lakara Prathama Purusha Dvivachanam. Okay, up to this we had seen Kincha. So one purpose is to maintain the Shraddha of the readers, especially Mandadikari. Mandadikari will find contradiction. The other people will not find contradiction. Because they know Shruti does not have Tatparyam, therefore this discrepancy is there. Therefore, Uttamadikari will not have the sense of contradiction. Mandadikari will be having contradiction. And considering them, some Nirnaya is given. Alright. It is something like you are using some acronyms. So those who are well informed, they will understand. BMC. BMC means what? Body mind complex. But if I say BMC, so what will you understand? Therefore, I don't use BMC. I always say body mind sense complex or body mind complex. Otherwise, people say BMC, this Bangalore Municipal Corporation. That also is called BMC.
Medical college.
Bangalore Medical College also, BMC. So people think whatever they want. So even though for informed people it is enough, like NaCl, So NaCl, what they will understand? So we have to set salt. So people, says NaCl is sodium chloride. So they will understand. NaCl will bring. What they will bring? They say Na means na. So chlorine. So depending upon adhikari, it is said. See, certain things, when a person is well informed, then in one sentence the whole thing can be presented. So atra uddeshyam etat videyam etat. That one sentence, if it is said, answer is the Uttamadikari will get it. But the other person will say, Swamiji, what answer he gave? Uddeshya is this, Videya is this. That for Uttamadikari it is enough. For Mandadikari, what is Uddeshya itself is not understood. What is Videya is not understood. Therefore, Uddeshya Videya language answer will not be satisfied. So similarly here, so Shruti, Veda Vyasa is giving this type of answer to maintain the Shraddha of listeners. And Shraddha is very, very important. Because it is easy to lose, but very difficult to rebuild. When you lose Shraddha in someone or some source, very, very difficult. To break Shraddha is very easy, but to build Shraddha is very difficult. Therefore, in our Shastra they say that don't break Shraddha of people. Don't say all this worshipping all idols is a very superficial, and it is very prime what is called preliminary. All these things we should not say to the people who are not ready for it. So you said it is good, it will help, and we are not telling a lie. It really helps. We don't say it is ultimate, but it should help. Kincha Vedanta Vicharena Yatharthagdanam Alavamanasya Laya Chintanartham Api Shrutinam Vaimatya Pariharena Vivakshitaha Jagadutpatti Kramaha Sutra Bhashya Krudbhyam Pradarshitaha. Now second purpose is given. The first purpose was to maintain the Shraddha of the Bandhadhikari. For that purpose, the Utpatti Krama is presented by Sutrakara Bhashyakara. Now, second purpose is that this description of this creation will help the sadhaka for doing this particular chintanam, contemplation of resolution. For arriving at the Advaitattvam of Paramatma, you have to negate the Dvaitam. And Dvaita can be negated in stages. When it is done in stages, it is useful, and our mind also will have absorption. So, one prakriya of the contemplation of Advitiyam Brahman is Laya Chintana Prakriya or Laya Prakriya. In that Laya Prakriya, what is done? The whole this world is resolved. The whole world, which is consisting of this Prithvi Tattva, is resolved into water. And the water is resolved into the fire. Fire is resolved into the Vayu. Vayu is resolved into Akasha. Akasha is resolved into Ishvara. Ishvara is resolved into Brahman. Ishvara is nothing but Brahman. Essentially, factually, Paramarthika Drishtya, Ishvara is Brahma. That Brahma I am. This is the prakriya of the contemplation. And for that purpose, this order of creation is useful. Why? Because in order of this called the resolution, we have to just reverse the order. Whatever order of creation is given, we have to reverse it for the order of resolution. And for getting this material for this resolution, the Utpatti Krama is talked about. That is said here, Kincha Vedanta Vicharena Yathartha Gnanam Alabhamanasya Mandadhikarina Madhyadhikarina. Alabhamanasya means not getting. What? Yathartha Gnanam, right knowledge. Through Vedanta Vichara, through the analysis of Vedanta. For such a person who requires some Laya Chintanam, Laya Chintanartham api, even for the contemplation on the resolution of the all the bhutas, Shrutinam Vaimatya Pariharena Vivakshitaha Jagadutpatti Kramaha Pradarshitaha. Sutra Bhashya Krudbhyam. The Jagadutpatti Kramaha, the order of creation of the world, is presented Pradarshitaha by Sutrakara and Bhashyakara, which is Vivakshitaha, which is intended to be conveyed by Shrutinam Vaimatya Pariharena, by removal of Parihara means removal of Vaimatya. Vaimatya means Paraspara Virodha, discordance. For by with the removal of or dismissal of the Paraspara Virodha, discordance of Shruti, this Jagadutpatti Krama Pradarshitaha. So what is said here? That a Mandadhikari will feel that Chandogya Shruti and Taittiriya Shruti have got Vaimatyam. Because one is talking about 5 Mahabhutas, other is talking about 3 Mahabhutas. So Vaimatyam. Vaimatyam is discordance, disharmony, discrepancy is there of Shruti. So the removal with the removal of such discordance or discrepancy of the Shrutis, Jagadutpatti Kramaha Vivakshitaha. The Utpatti Krama which is intended to be conveyed is presented by Sutrakara and Bhashyakara also for the purpose of contemplation. So second purpose of presenting this Jagadutpatti Krama by the Sutrakara and Bhashyakara is contemplation on the resolution of Mahabhutas for arriving at non-dual Brahman. And that is further explained. Yena Kramena Utpatti tad viparita kramena jagatah layah chintaniyah. With whichever order there is utpatti, in whichever order there is creation, tad viparita kramena. With the opposite order, layaha, the resolution should be thought over. See, in whichever order you have kept things, in opposite order you will be bringing out things. When you in the bag, you keep things. So these precious things you keep down, or heavy things you keep down, and then over top some very light things. But when you open the bag, what happens? Whatever you kept last, that will come first. So that is how it is. So order of these putting things and order of taking out things will be opposite. So that's why sometimes problems say that what is required you put at the end, so that whole bag will be disturbed because you have kept it at the bottom, because opposite order is there. So here, whatever is the order of creation, the order of resolution will be opposite to that. And tatha laya chintanena advitiye brahmani buddhi sthira bhaved. So by laya chintanam, what will happen? Tatha means thus. Laya chintanena, by the contemplation on resolution, advitiye brahmani buddhi sthira bhaved. The mind of the person would be stabilized in the non-dual Brahman. So we saw that we do the laya chintanam, that Prithvi is resolved into the apaha. What is the meaning of resolution? This Prithvi is nothing but apaha, water. Water is nothing but Agni. Agni is nothing but Vayu. Vayu is nothing but Akasha. Akasha is nothing but is Maya, or is Maya Sahitam Brahma, and that is nothing but Brahman. So in this manner, Advitiya Brahmani Buddhi Sthira Bhavet. It is a very useful way of contemplation. सोयम लय चिंतन प्रकारः वार्तिककारैः सुरेश्वराचार्यैः पंचीकरणाख्य ग्रंथे वर्णितः. There is a text called Panchikarana. It is really not Panchikarana, it is not the main topic. It is written by Shankaracharya ji. The Panchikarana is the text which is talking about the Atma Vichara with the help of Omkara. In one of the camps I had taken this in Rishikesh some years ago. Panchikarana. And on that Panchikarana is a very small book. If you put it, you print it, it will be like 2 sheets will be there, maximum. On that, there is a commentary. There are so many commentaries. One commentary is by Sureshwaracharya, which is in a verse form. The verse form commentary is called Vartika. And that Vartikakara has written Panchikarana Vartika. So here Panchikaranakhya Granthe means Panchikarana Vartikakhya Granthe Darshitaha, Laya Chintana Prakara. How the resolution is to be done. And for that Omkara is to be used. So Panchikarana Vartikakhya Granthe Varnitaha. Asya Granthasya. Okay. Now, Utpatti Krama is necessary for Laya Chintana Krama. And that Laya Chintana is necessary for contemplation on Advitiya Brahma. Thus, the Laya Chintana, for Laya Chintana, Utpatti Krama is useful. But this is done for whom? For the person who is Alabhamanasya, it was said, Mandadikari. So now somebody may ask that why you are writing this Vichara Sagara is meant for some, Uttamadikari. So why you are writing this all Utpatti Krama? And you yourself have told that Utpatti Krama is necessary for Mandadikari. And Vichara Sagara is definitely meant for some highly qualified. If you see the level of delivery, it is very, very high level of delivery. So he said, for Uttamadikari Vichara Sagara is that. So why are you going to present this, the Utpatti Krama which is meant for Mandadikari? It is like in a hi-fi hotel, you are presenting very simple things. Why? You should present only big things. The small things you should not present. So certain things you will not find in the very expensive malls. They will not buy because they will not sell it. You will go and say, you give me 1 rupee that washing powder packet. So they are selling them thousands of rupees thing. They cannot afford even occupy space for that. So somebody may say, why you are going to present Utpatti Krama in Vichara Sagara? which is supposed to be for Uttamadhikari. For that, the Granthakara gives the answer. Yes, you are right. This Grantha is for Uttamadhikari, but for Mandadikari, because by chance Mandadikari also comes, Mandadikari also reads this text, Anybody, nowadays YouTube, anybody can listen. So for them also something should be given. Therefore we are giving. Like sometimes they say the shopkeeper will keep certain things which does not have profit. Still they will keep. Why? They don't want to lose the customer. So they keep, because if he say that this thing there, you say no, then they will go to other shop. And they will be buying something else also. So one shopkeeper, he told me this. He said that we are selling the dairy milk, the milk they sell. They get very marginal profit from that milk. From one bag, they will be getting very some 1 rupee or something. And they have to get up early and all this. But I said, why are you selling? He says, Swamiji, when they come to buy milk, they buy sugar also, tea powder also. From that we get profit. This is the thinking, that's how they become rich. So similarly, he said, Mandadikari also may enter into this text. And Mandadikari alone will become Uttamadikari one day. So for Mandadikari, considering them also, we have kept this particular topic of creation. That's he gives in the next sentence. Asya granthasya Uttamadikari Vishayatvat. This grantha is Uttamadikari Vishaya. Means it is a field of, this text is the field of Uttamadikari, highly qualified person. Yadyapi, since it is the meant for Uttamadikari, still Yadyapi Jagadutpatti Laya Krama Varnanasya Natra Avasaraha. Therefore, there is no scope for the description of the order of the creation and resolution of the world, because it is meant for Mandadikari, Madhyamadikari. This text is meant for Uttamadikari. Tathapi, even then, Sagara Rupatva-dasya Granthasya. Since this Grantha's name is what? Vichara Sagara. And in Sagara, all types of waters will be there. So, Asya Granthasya Sagara Rupatva. Since this text is in the form of ocean, means it is comprehensive. Therefore, Mandanugrahaya Sankshepataha sa uchyate. Therefore, for the purpose of those slow learners also, this Saha means Utpatti Laya Kramaha uchyate. The order of creation is presented. But if it is presented very elaborately, then Uttamadikari, our main customer, they will be falling asleep and they will be feeling bored and they will go away. Therefore, it is Sankshepataha. So, when it is not a main item, so therefore briefly it is presented. So, it is a very intelligent thing. So, Uttamadikari will not go away because very briefly presented. And the Mandadikari also will not feel disappointed because this also is given. Given, but little it is given. And he tells in the beginning itself, so that Uttamadikari will have patience, that no, it only briefly told. That brief is also very, very elaborate for some people, it may look. Alright. Now, in the Tippani it is given that what is the meaning of Uttamadikari? Uttamadikari, does it mean that he should be Brahmana, or he should be a male member, he should be a rich man, or he should be having some bungalows and all this? No. Uttamadikari is given, very, very great definition is given. Who is Uttamadikari? Drishti Srishti Vada Eka Satta Vada Eka Jiva Vadeshu Dridhatara Samskaravan Uttamadikari. Very nice definition. So, if we take this, hardly anybody will come in Uttamadikari. So, Uttamadikari means a person who has got Dridhatara Samskara, means very strong orientation of what? Drishti Srishti Vada. Means most of the time his mind will be saturated with the idea of Drishti Srishti Vada. Drishti Srishti Vada means the whole world is there only when you are seeing. Drishti Kale Eva Srishti Drishti Srishti Vada. Means this out of sight, out of mind, it is not there. If it is seen, then only it is there. So Drishti Srishti Vada means There is no real creation at all. Only drashti kale eva srishti. So when somebody is shouting, etc., he said, yeah, this is just one more appearance, one more scene in the movie. That type of thinking person who has, that person is called Uttamadhikari. And Ekasattavada. Only Paramarthika Satta is there. This Vyavaharika and Pratibhasika, really Satta is not there. Only one Brahman is there. All other things are just appearance. No existence is there of anything else. Eka Jiva Vada. Only I am Jiva. All are Jiva Bhasa. So I am only Jiva. Ek Jiva. There are not many Jivas. Oh, this person, what will happen? Many people have this fear that if I die, what will happen to my husband? One lady was telling me, Swamiji, I want my husband to die first. I will die later. Why? Because Swamiji, my husband is very bola bala admi. So, Swamiji, what will happen? I am taking care of him. Therefore, he should die first. And that lady's sankalpa was fulfilled. Then after a few days, she died. So really, that great. So it happened. So I remember that. So many people have this. What will happen to me? What will happen to these people, my family, all this after this? So this type of worries will not be there with anybody, with this Uttamadhikari. What is this? It is something like in dream, if I am doing things and I could not complete the project. I was doing a project for so many poor people, some medical hospital I was creating, and before inauguration happens, I woke up. Now, will I be worried about that project? Oh, there's so many people were having so much hope for the new hospital, and I could not complete the hospital. That type of thought will not come. Why? Because along with this dream hospital, these people are also gone. It is not that hospital is gone and dream people are remaining. So, Eka Jiva Vada. I alone am Jiva. No, all other are Jiva Bhasa. This type of Dhradatara Samskara means a person feels very comfortable about the Drishti Srishti Vada, Eka Satta Vada, Eka Jiva Vada. That person is called Uttamadhikari. And for them, Vichara Sagara is there. Here little bit, Granthakara is little bit changing the party. Why? When he started the book, he said, this book is meant for those who cannot understand Brahma Sutra, cannot understand this elaborate tika. For them I am telling. So there he was starting like a Manda Madhyam Adhikari. But I think what must have happened when he started and he continued, then it became like a Uttamadhikari. He started with Bandha Madhyama and in the process it became the Uttamadhikari. That is how we have to see. Our Granthakara thinks that people will not remember, or Granthakara must have, ignored that sentence. But otherwise, it is Uttamadhikari. Earlier he had said Madhya Madhyama. So we have to understand among the Manda, Uttamadhikari. That much we have to see. Or among those who are not having the Tarka Samskara, the person who is Uttamadhikari in terms of having Shraddha, having the Suksma Buddhi. Only Tarka Samskara and Vyakarana is not so much. For those people, this Grantha is there. And so in that sense, among those people who are not having the Tarka, the Vyakarana, Mimamsa Samskara, person who is Uttamadhikari, for that person this Grantha is there. So Uttamadhikari. More we will see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.